Hello YouTube, this is the Dbtgamer Show, episode 162. Now, a few months back, I reviewed Super Mario 64 DS. It's a very good portable version of the original N64 Classic. But today, I'm going to review the original version for the N64. So let's get started on my Super Mario 64 review. Okay, that's my camera set. Let's start this review. Now, Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64 was one of the very first N64 games I got. I actually got it free on my Nintendo 64 when I first opened it in Christmas 2000. It's a very good 3D platformer. The story of this game is quite simple. Princess Peach calls Mario one day for cake. And when Mario gets to the castle, he finds that Princess Peach has been kidnapped along with all the toads and all the inhabitants of the castle. So it's Mario's job to rescue Princess Peach and defeat Bowser once again. When you first turn on the game, one of the first things you can actually do, which is a cool little bonus I think, press the A button. You can actually play around with Mario's face. You can make him talk. If you'll stop with him, you can make his mouth move up and down. Hello, my name's Mario. You can pull his ears, pull his nose, and you can move his hat around, and make him look like he's opening and closing his eyes. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the review. The graphics for this game are very, very good. This was one of the very first games released for the Nintendo 64, and it really does show off what the Nintendo 64 can do, because everything looks 3D, the graphics are very bright and colourful. The graphics is really good. Controls for the game. Well, the controls for the game are really good, although the camera controls can be a little bit annoying at times. A button jumps. You can do 3 jumps in a row. You can do a triple jump, a second jump, you can do double jumps. You got side flip. If you quickly change direction whilst running and press A. You got back flips. You can get it to work. You got the long jump, which is done by running, then holding Z, then press A. Mario took quite a lot of attacks in this game as well. He's got the punch, combo punch and kick, jump kick, ground pound, R button switches camera to Mario's point of view, R presses back to Lakitus, L does nothing, arrows do nothing, and C buttons just rotate the camera in this game. Up C makes you in first person mode, and down C goes back to your normal settings. And that's pretty much it for controls. The controls of this game work really well. The only time I have any problems with them, in certain levels, the game doesn't let you rotate the camera certain ways, and that can be really annoying because it can sometimes even result in a death, which is never good. Music for this game. Well, the music for this game is also really good. It's got some of the catchiest tunes in the Mario series, I think. One of my favourite tunes is the castle thing that's playing right now. Anyway, without further delay, let's hop into a level. This is the very first level you come to. It's called the Bomb Battlefield. Gameplay for the game. It's a 3D platformer. It's quite a long platformer. There are 120 power stars to collect, so the game does take quite a while to complete. Good stuff about this game. Well, the good stuff about this game is definitely the story, although it is very simple. The cutscenes are good. There's even some voice acting in the cutscenes. Princess Peach talks. If I remember right, she says, "Oh, Mario, the power of the stars are restored to the castle, and it's all thanks to you." So it's nice with some voice acting in it as well. The gameplay for the game is very, very bright. It's a simple 3D platformer, and you have to collect certain things to in order to advance. There's 3 different power-ups in the game, and these power-ups come in the form of caps this time. One of my favourite ones has to be the wing cap, which gives Mario the ability to fly. It's a very good power-up. It's definitely one of my favourites. If you want to fly higher, all you have to do is descend, then quickly ascend, and then you can get higher. But one of the best ways to get higher, apart from descending and ascending, is cannons. These give you a nice hefty boost and you can start flying straight away. There we go. There's 2 other power-ups in the game. There's the metal cap, which is the new one, my favourite. It's a really good power-up. It makes you pretty much invincible. Although the only downside to it, when you're underwater, it makes you move a lot slower. All the power-ups have a time on them, so they only last for a certain amount of time. My least favourite cap has got to be the invisible cap, because whilst it gives Mario the ability to go into certain areas in the game, it makes Mario transparent, so it's a little bit more difficult to see him. So, but other than that, it's a good power-up, but it's definitely my least favourite. This is one of the bosses for the game. This is the very first boss you will fight. It's a pretty easy boss. All you got to do is get behind him and throw him on his bottom. He can throw you too. I don't think he can damage you, but yeah. This boss also gives you a tip on how to beat Bowser, which is quite good. Floor. Catch. There we go. Throughout the game you have to collect power stars, so 120 in all. I use these power stars to unlock doors and other things throughout the game. There are 6 power stars in each level. And there's also a secret power star, which is what I like to call the coin star. And if you collect 100 coins, you can get a coin star. So in total, there's 7 stars in each level. And there's 15 different courses. And most of them are good, and some of them are really, really difficult. Especially Rainbow Road. There's also some secret levels where you shall find secret castle stars. One of the secret levels is the slide. I'm gonna show you my level here, I think. Let's see. I'll go to the castle itself is the hub world. It's quite a big hub world. It's got 1 basement and 4 floors, so it's a pretty big hub world. It's not, obviously in the DS version, the hub world is a lot bigger. This is the secret slide level, so I'll just show it off. It's a nice short level. One of the great things about this level is you can actually get 2 stars at once if you manage to get down the slide fast enough. Mario can also slide on his belly if you jump, hold 4, then press B and slide your belly, which can make you move faster. The next thing I want to talk about YouTube is the sequel that never came out for Super Mario 64. In the late 90s, Nintendo was in competition with the Sony. The Nintendo 64 was in competition with the Sony PlayStation. Now, the Sony PlayStation, as you know, had CDs, and as you already know, CDs can store a lot more data than the average cartridge. And Nintendo wanted to make bigger and better games, so Nintendo came up with a new idea to give the N64 the ability to have bigger and better games. The idea they came up with was an add-on for the N64 that was only released in Japan. The add-on was called the Nintendo 64 Disk Drive. The Nintendo 64 Disk Drive pretty much was a failure. The reason why, it took them too long to develop it, and most of the games that were meant to come out for it were either moved to the cartridge or cancelled completely. One game that was cancelled was Super Mario 64 2. I don't really know that much about Super Mario 64 2, but I do know a few things. One of the things I do know is that Super Mario 64 2 was going to have multiplayer, so I'm guessing you'll be able to play as Luigi. Another thing that was going to be included in Super Mario 64 2 was the ability oh yeah, there was going to be this new type of stars called switch stars, where you hit a switch and you get a set amount of time to collect the star. And they're also going to include the 5 Silver Star challenges. But other than that, I don't really know much more about Super Mario 64 2. Although Super Mario 64 2 did sort of come out, but not originally in the way that Nintendo intended it to. Because in 2004, Nintendo released Super Mario 64 DS, and Super Mario 64 DS has a lot of new content in it, and a lot of it, I think, was originally going to be included in Mario 64 2. I mean, example, you've got the multiplayer mode, you've got the Switch Stars, and you've got the Silver Stars. So as far as I'm concerned, the DS version of Mario 64 is Mario 64 2. Okay, it's a very short... Okay, it's quite a short version of it, but to me, that's what it is. I'm going to shuffle the level now. The next level I want to show off is this one, the Bowser level. This is one of my favourite levels in the game. And it's quite a long one. Bowser in this game, he's pretty easy to beat. All you have to do is go behind him and grab his tail and throw him into some bombs. This is the metal cap. Pretty useful power up. Right, YouTube, I've run out of time, so I'll see you in the next part. Bye!